Hello everyone, Coming Clean here. My channel has a strong focus on Skylanders at the moment, but we must not forget about Disney Infinity 3.0 and the awesome stuff you can create in that game. I recently hosted a video game tournament at my place that I also made a video about, where I let my friends play a couple of versus and co-op challenges that I had created. In this video, I will show you how you can create them just as easily. If you want more thorough guides about any of the games shown in this video, you'll find links to those videos in the description. Now let's get right into it. The first level was a 1 vs 1 setup with AI opponents on both sides. First player to score 20 AI kills wins the game. I featured this level in my May the 4th special, but I have done a few tweaks since then. There is surprisingly little logic you need to create this type of level. Once you have created a terrain you are satisfied with, you can smack down a challenge maker that will be the center of all other creative toys. Start off by placing a couple of checkpoints and locators that will act as a respawn and starting points respectively for both players. After that, you need a blue and an orange team activator to assign both players to different teams. A victory tracker will send a signal to a team scoreboard to increment the score for either player once the player defeats an enemy. Link the scoreboard to the challenge maker. Set it to play to 20. And make sure the score is displayed. Now we just have to put some enemies on both sides. I use 2 enemy wave generators for each team. That makes it easier to always have at least a few opponents on each side during the game. Create about 3 or 4 enemies in each wave generator and make sure you put them to the right team. Use a time layer or repeater to respawn the wave once it's defeated. That's it! You can now start blasting your friends to bits, but more preferably their AI partners, because that's how you win the game. Obviously, you can go for any theme you want, and once you're done with the level, it's very easy to change it to any terrain or setting you may prefer to other levels.
Let me show you how it's done.
If you have friends who are poor losers, hate competing, or maybe they're just aggressive people in general, you may want to go for a co-op challenge instead. In this level, we have a Clone Wars theme, where 2 Jedi Knights defend a crash site with a group of clone troopers. The goal is to have as many surviving clone troopers as possible when all waves are defeated. Just place out a couple of enemy wave generators to make up the enemies of each of the waves. Between the waves, you can spice things up with health pickups, displayed text, and fancy camera angles. Have a challenge maker start everything off and also create a team activator, a team scoreboard, and an enemy wave generator to create a friendly enemy wave. Make sure it's set to the same team as the players. Set the score to 8 when the wave is spawned, the total number of clone troopers, and decrement the score by 1 for each trooper that's defeated. That's it! You are now ready to defend yourself and the clone troopers from a droid onslaught. Try the level a couple of times to determine if it's too easy or too difficult. Defeating the tougher enemies in this game also requires some knowledge about the more advanced moves the characters can do, so make sure your friends get some practice first. We can't just have pure violence in our one-on-one levels, can we? That's why we should also include a destruction derby, which is also quite violent now that I think about it. In this level, one player gets points for crashing blue cars and the other player for crashing red ones. Smashing a car of the wrong color gives the opposing team a point. The cars used here are actually destructible objects from the city decorations drawer. Create an equal number of blue and red cars. Each of the cars needs to send a logic signal to a scoreboard and increment the score by 1 for the correct player. Then you just attach the cars to a circular path going around your track. Adjust the car's offset and reset starting point percentage to spread them out over the track. Make the path reset and play when the invites are accepted, and off you go! I played this level with my friends several times and we always have a lot of fun. It really comes down to who is more focused by the end of the run, since the slightest mistake can be devastating once the players get the hang of the racing controls. Oh, and tell your friends they are not allowed to drive the track in reverse. There really is no easy way to program this. One last game I didn't show in my tournament video was a weird little broccoli Modem game I came up with. Here you are supposed to run down broccoli with a car and compete against or with someone. Enemies are rarely instantly defeated if you hit them with a vehicle, but if you connect the dynamic trigger to your car and link it to a kill switch, you can defeat enemies by simply being near them. You can make this a time challenge or compete to reach a certain score first. I didn't include this game in my tournament because the dynamic trigger works a bit inconsistently and I didn't want to take the heat from my friends. It's perfectly fine for casual play though. Those were all the levels I wanted to show in this video. You can watch more thorough guides by following the links in the description, or you can watch all my Disney Infinity content by clicking on the card appearing on screen right now. I also cover Skylanders and other games on my channel. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Clean and I will see you next time. Take care.